Hello, good evening. I've moved all my stuff around. There we go. Good evening. It's Monday, so it is monthly make time. We are working with our Positive Protons monthly make that Rosie designed. So, I got rained on the way in, and you know when you keep getting a dribble. There we go. Right, I think I've got it this time. A wet bit down my back. Ugh. Anyway, so good evening. Hope you've all had a lovely day. It is Monday after all. So today, what we're going to do, we're going to play with our Positive Protons. And I thought, because Rosie's not here and she can't shout at me, I thought I'd have a go at making my own table, you know, the periodic table thing. And anybody that caught us last week will know she shouted at me because I've got higher numbers before lower numbers. But she's not here, so she's not going to know if I do it wrong tonight, is she? So that's what we're going to work on tonight. I'm going to work on my little elements, I think. I'll have to see how this goes, because I've got an idea in my head and I'm just not quite sure where to start with it. No, we'll have to have a go, won't we? Anyway, so let's get going, shall we? Let's get this over there and get playing. Yep. So I thought, let me get my very well organised stamps. Mustn't lose that little bit. That's why I have a mouse to work with this week. So I thought we would work with our lovely, I love these little elements. So we've got our me, our a, and our hee. You see, that one does it makes me giggle every time I look at that one. So my idea is we're going to create a bit of like a periodic table kind of down this side, and I thought some more elements on it. That's the idea. I'm not quite sure where to go from there, but that is the idea. Oh, comments aren't coming up again. Good evening, Noella. Hi, Pauline. Hi, Vicky. There you go. Right. I'm going to be looking in two places for comments now. So there we go. That's my idea. Yeah. So I'm going to start off with, because white space, it always phases me a bit. Let's break my white space down to begin with. And I'm just going to grab, I've got a fossilised amber on my desk, or can I find, there we go. I want something really pale. Oh, tattered rose. No, not tattered rose. Old paper. There we go. Perfect. Oh, exactly what I want. A little bit of old paper. So I just want to break the space up a little bit. So now we'll use a little bit of acetate. Oops, throwing everything around today. There we go. And I'm going to cover the whole thing. I wasn't going to begin with, but I am now. That'll do. I've got turquoise on my desk as well, so just bear with me a second. I just know that's going to end up on my card. Look. It's always a surprise, this desk, what you end up with. It can't just be my desk that's like that. There we go. Get rid of that piece of kitchen roll. Let's give it a bit of a dry. And I had forgotten how lovely old paper is, because look, you've got like greens and yellows and little bits of blue. So that could be the turquoise off my desk. Get this dry. little bit down there. See, I can work with this now. Sometimes all that white space just, I'm not quite sure what to do with it. But now it's got a bit of colour on it. I'm quite happy with that. Yeah. Right, I'm going to work sideways. I know it's going to dry your potty, but I always work sideways, don't I? Or sideways-ish. I'm going to start off with he. Right. Just going to ink him up. So what I'm going to try and do is not ink up the bottom bit that says laughing gas. Yep. So I'm just going to go across this bit. I'm just going to wipe that little bit off there, that's bottom. Maybe should have got a tissue for that, because I got more on than I thought. Never mind. It'll be fine. Just going to grab a post-it note. I like that bit there. Pop that down the side of my page like that. And then start popping. Doing a lot of poppings at the moment, aren't we? There we go. I'll try and think of another word. So you can see where I'm going with this, can't you? We're going to put that one on there. And I'm going to get a piece of kitchen roll because I'm going to keep getting my desk as well. Let's have a bit of meh next, shall we? I'm going to do exactly the same on this one. So can you see I'm just lining it up? Just like that. If you had a sampling platform thingy, my bobby. There we go. I'm going to try again and just ink up that top bit. Now this is where the tricky bit comes in, because I want to try and line him up. Sorry, I'm going to have to move my head in. Just like that. Pop that over. Mat it again, popping them in. Like that. Can you see we're starting to, not looking too bad, is it? I'm going to turn that one round. And then let's get another one, shall we? I don't want meh and meh together, do I? I know, it'd be he. So this is where it starts to get a little bit trickier, doesn't it? So let's ink this one up. See, I told you I hadn't quite thought my idea through. I've got an idea, which makes a change. I'm just going to put that down there. You could, if you really wanted to, clean off your stamps, but I'm going to cheat and use post-it notes. I want to try and keep it so it looks like it's just coming in from the side. There we go. Oh, squeaky chair time. You can tell I'm leaning forward, so we get squeaky chair, I'm afraid. There we go. Should we get a bit of a surprise going on? Just like that. Evening, Tracy. My comments are not coming through for whatever reason again tonight. It's always the way, isn't it? Let's try and refresh that page. There you go, now they've come up. You have to bear with why I keep refreshing tonight. Right, let's get our next one on. Have a bit of going on now. Evening, Mum. I saw that one come up, but it's not come up on my big screen. There we go. Having a bit of local lady kept asking me what I was going to do tonight, but I haven't got a clue. There we go, and I think we might finish it off with a bit of hee 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 on this one, because we all know I like me hee hee hee. I think that one has to be my favourite stamp out of all of these, the hee hee hee. Though I do like me squiggly wiggly cosmic squirrel, but that one's quite cool too. Which actually might have been a good idea for in the background of this. We shall see. Let's go for a big one there, shall we? Just like that. Yeah, so you can see I'm kind of creating a bit of a border, aren't I? Let's move this out of the way. Have a bit of a clean off first, or else we're forever going to have little elements all over my desk. I've got some blue ones down here. I don't even know what that one is. That could actually be a monster. It could. Right, next one. So, there's my sticky bit. I think we're going to go for a bit more hee hee hee, only because it's on my stamp already. Would have been easier if I just started at the bottom and so worked my way up. Put that on there. I think it might have finally stopped raining. Nothing but rain today. Rain, rain, rain. We do need it though, don't we? So it's a good thing. There we go. Got a bit of hee hee hee. And then I think we'll finish with a bit of element of surprise. I should have probably done this after I did my background, because now I'm coming up with all sorts of ideas of what I want to do. Oops. I thought I'd moved that at the last minute, then I hadn't. Don't know how I hadn't. Let's pop that there for a second. Wipe my finger as well. You just know that's going to come back and get me, don't you? Oh! Yeah, something going on with comments tonight on Facebook. Good evening to Vicky's little... I don't know why I'm waving at my screen, you can't see it. But hello to Vicky's little one. Yeah, Noelle, I do exactly the same. Yeah, comments just aren't being friendly tonight. So saying that, I've been trying to post something to Instagram all day, and that just, every time I did it, I think it laughed at me. No, no thanks. Oh, cheers. So I'll try again, you know. Right, so I'm getting there with this at the moment. It's not how I had it in my head. But we'll keep going. Right. Oh, decision time, decision time. I'm fancying some of these coming in. No, I know what I want. But it's not here. Squares. I think the squares could look quite nice. But it's not there. Okay. Okay, I'll change my mind again then. So I'm going to go with this one. Yeah, it keeps jumping back at me, doesn't it? So colours. Colour time tonight. I think I'm actually going to stick with this kind of like distressed look. So we've got this lovely old paper. I've got a bit of ground espresso. But have I got, there you go, tea dye and vintage photo. I'm bringing out all the old ones. All the oldies but goodies tonight, I think. So we've got a bit of tea dye, a bit of vintage photo. If I can re-find that old paper I had a minute ago. Does anybody else's inks do that to them? They're like looking at you and then just wander off. It's like, no, you've used me once. You don't want to be used again tonight. You really don't want to be used again, do you? Oh, come on. Where did I put it? It's got to be around somewhere. There's my black ink. I've literally just had it in my hand, haven't I? Oh, well. Seriously, how can I lose an ink I've just been using? Oh, hang on, what's that one? There it is. Underneath my computer. Yeah. Anyway. We found it now, so we can use it. Sure, my desk plays tricks on me. Right. I'm going to break one of my own little rules, and I am going to stamp over this with oxide. Only because I really wish I'd done it before now. And the reason I don't like stamping over the top with oxide is the oxide will layer. So when you blend your oxides together, yeah, remember they layer, they don't blend together, they layer up. And it's the same when you're stamping over your black inks and things like that, it layers on top of it. So if I'd have gone in with the first generation, you'd have got a line right over it, but I think I might have just got away with it doing the second generation. She says and then goes and does it there. Do love that stamp. Yay. Right, let's clean that up and let's have a little bit of, I think I'm going to go for tea dye. I was going to say vintage photo, then no, it's going to be tea dye. And they're right in front of me, so we can't lose them this time. Famous last words that way. There we go. Right, let's go our tea dye. I'm going to keep putting them back in the same place so I can't lose them tonight. I'm just going to go for it with this one. There you go, straight away in the middle. There we go. I don't think it really needs much more, does it? This one does make a really nice little background. There we go. Right. So I've got this going on. I think I'm just going to give it a quick dry because this looks a little bit wet. Excuse me. nice old paper was. Not one I tend to pull out that often, but that and a bit of bundle sage I think would look lovely. There we go. Right. It's getting there, isn't it? It's starting to get there now. So I'm going to turn it round, and I think we're going to go in more, yeah, tea dye. And a paintbrush. Let's go back on that. I have actually been organised. I've now got a little pot with my paintbrushes in. As I find them on the desk, I've been popping them in. I know. Shocking, I'm starting to get a little bit organised. So all I'm doing, a little bit of water. I don't want solid colour here, because again I'm painting over the black, so it's going to knock this back a little bit. Just going to do one edge. You can see I'm really watering this down as well. I don't do little inky pinky marks, I do like whole handprints on my stuff. Just like that. Not even the neatest of painting today. Just make it pop, doesn't it? It makes it, you know, steps it up that layer. Oops. Oh, I missed out a whole row there. No, I haven't. Just didn't add that much colour to it. Again, I'll paint over that one because it's a bit green, that one from the. Okay. Yay! Starting to like that a bit more now. Now, if I had the glossy accents, I had some glossy accents in it, I would probably go over them with a bit of glossy accents, but no, mine's run out. Let's pick another one up. A bit of a bend. Now, it's going to go back in. They are starting to come to the top, aren't they? They're not quite there yet. So what I'm going to do, trusty old pencil, that's all it is. Well, charcoal pencil, but pencils work just the same. Again, I'm just going to, I'm going to find the softly bit on it. There we go. And get as close to the line. I never say along the line, because when I'm doing this, it never ends up along the line. I get as close to the line as I can. You know, some people are really good at like tracing along the edge of things. I can't do that. It's like when people, instead of matting and layering, they use like a black pen and go around the edge. Can't do that. My hand's not steady enough for doing that. I think again, it's just layering it up, isn't it? Getting a little bit more depth to it, making it look like we spent ages cutting these things out. Oh no, we haven't. We've just done a little bit of painting. That was nowhere near line, was it? Ooh. There we go. And if you look really closely, you'll see how not close to Li's eyes. I think that's okay. Right. And then just one. Where's my number 10? Oh. So if I had my number 10, I'd be using that right now because it's a bit fatter and it gives a bit more of a line. I'm changing this to the wrong colour. I'm trying to get the crusty bit off the end, and all I've done is picked up the black off my finger. Yeah, if you're going to run it on your finger, make sure your finger's clean first. Mine didn't, mine had black ink on it. Didn't even think when I picked it up. So all I'm going to do is just going on here. And you're probably not going to see much of it, to be fair. But I know it's there. Seen on these darker letters, you know. Darker tiles, darker... yeah, darker elements. You'll see it. There we go. Right. Not too bad. However, one of my he's there just obviously didn't ink in very well. So I'm just going to fix it because it was bugging me. It's weird, isn't it, how little things like that just bug you. There we go. Right, I'm all happy now. Fixed it. So, next. Oh, I'm sorry, I keep going. It's because I'm looking around because I couldn't find my pens. Right. Yeah, I'm quite happy with that, I think. So now, we come to our next layer. We want our sentiments, don't we? So, I want a scrappy bit of paper. That bit'll do. It's almost like it was made for a sentiment, that one, isn't it? Oh, hello to Cornflower Crafts. See, I've been checking YouTube as well as we've been going along, and then all of a sudden we got a load of comments just popping up on there. Must be a night for comments not showing when they're put on. There we go. Right. So I've got that. I've got an idea, but I don't know whether it's going to work. So I'm wondering whether we could you see, if I say it then I have to do it, don't I? I'm thinking I want to stamp this and cut round it, and then we'll have our saying, and maybe we'll have a little atomy protony thing in the bottom. See, I'm really not technical, you can tell this was all Rosie's idea. All Rosie's idea. But I think that'll look quite cool. Let me just move the microphone up a bit louder as well. Hope that helps, Noella. Yes, I am. So I might regret doing this, but yeah, I'll give it a whirl. Don't need the whole thing either. I only need a bit of it. I should have checked it fits on first, shouldn't I? Oh, it does just. Trying to make it level and realised if I'm cutting it out, it don't matter, does it? There we go. Ooh, it looks even more scary to cut out when I stamp it. I will do it then. Right, and then we're going to use this wonderful little saying. I think I said that time and time again last time, didn't I? This wonderful little saying of Albert Einstein's. That imagination is more important than knowledge. And it is, isn't it? There we go. There was another one, wasn't there, about imagination being the foundation. I can't remember, I'll have to look it up. But there was another wonderful one about imagination that Einstein said. Right, I've got enough room there for that. Come on, girl. I'm just chickening out now because I don't want to cut that out. But I do want to cut it out because I think it'll look cool. I do. Put that one down here. So a bit of border action going on with it as well. And then we'll stamp our little protony things in a minute, atom things. Right, and because we're going to be cutting this out, I am going to whack it with a heat gun. Going to chop. Ooh. And now I drop a heat gun then. I'm going to chuck that down there and I'm going to put it safely up there. And then this one, well, we're going to have a bit of fun games with this one. I'm not going to do it perfectly. Did you like that excuse before I even began? Well, it's not going to be done perfectly. I just want it. Like the idea of the sound waves being cut out. Might not actually be as hard as it. Oh, she says. She's just nearly chopped the poor thing in half. See, I should have really thought this through because Mum didn't cut it out in any of her samples. So that kind of tells me she must have thought it was a bit too much to cut out. It's going okay. Not too bad. Ish. Oops, I nearly chopped the sound wave off then. But there's that much going on around there, you wouldn't have noticed, would you? Maybe Rosie that noticed. So he told me whatever I make tonight I've got to take into shower tomorrow. Okay. There's a lot of pressure on me this month. If I don't quite craft how she sees it being used. Woof. This side's actually a bit harder. I don't know why. Must have more ups and downs. Why didn't I think of doing it like that? You've all been sat there going, why don't you go? Yeah. That would have made a whole lot more sense, wouldn't it? Trying to make it really difficult for myself like I've been doing. Because I'm lazy, isn't it? Don't like taking my scissors off. I think this would actually be easier with a craft knife to do. Cheers, Mum. Now you say it. It would look great embossed when cut out. Oh, you mean emboss it afterwards? You see, I'd have embossed it before. Yeah, it would look quite good with a bit of a shimmer to it. And just to be clear, I'm not cutting it out again. But yeah, it probably would if you embossed it and then did it. That would actually look quite stunning, really. There you go. Nearly there. I don't actually know how much of it I want, so I need. Or do I want more of that, don't I? I want to keep going to them up down, them big up downs. It's so much easier to go in and out of it, you know, rather than trying to cut round it. Nearly there. Woo! Oops. The downside is my bottoms aren't as rounded. But if anyone's looking that closely at me cutting out, then, you know, they never deserved the card in the first place, did they? That's my excuse. Right. There we go. Actually, it wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. Evening, Maxine. Right, so we have got our squiggly wigglies going that way. Do you actually think they look quite? Yeah. If you don't look too closely, you're not going to notice the bad cutting out on that one. Let's pop him on there now. I want, so there it is, my guillotine. Just cut this down properly, shall we? That's fine. And then I think we're just going to take our lovely cosmic swirl, isn't it? And we're just going to do that with our tea dye. So I'm not pressing on too hard, or I'm trying not to press on too hard. That's what I should be saying. I think I'm just going to go for the two. dry piece of kitchen roll.
Yeah.
No, put a wet piece of kitchen roll into me inks. I've been crying then, won't I? So I'm going back to my old paper because I think this is just going to be a bit too... And it's wet as well. So what should happen is it just blurs those lines a little bit. I'm trying not to go over the bit I stamped before. Oh, that's what I just did. Clean bit of kitchen roll and wipe it off. There we go. And then we're going to go back to our tea dye. Let's just pop a little bit of tea dye around the edge. I've got to admit, I haven't used this colour palette in a long time, but I am liking it. Old paper and a bit of tea dye. Whew. I might even just step it one more notch up to our vintage photo, just this little bit around the edge. Really strange, isn't it, working with a colour you've not worked with for a while, because you forget whether it's a juicy one, a dry one. Okay, that's more like it. There we go. I think I've got more ink on my desk. Right, so we've got that bit. Let's dry this off. No, wipe this down again. Done quite a nice pick up on that actually. Right, do we want to do anything else with that? I'm not sure. So we're going to have our little sound waves coming in. We're going to have our little... I want to do something around the edge on it. Decision time. Decision time. I wonder... No. Weather. We might do. Let's have a go. Black or might do grey. Just here. If I did black, I'm finding it's going to interfere with this. Yeah. So this is what's going through my head at the moment. But but I could do brown. Oh, decisions, ladies and gents. I think I'm going to go. Oh, decision time. Let's go grey. If that's the right one. Grey, if I can find it. There it is. Pop a little bit of grey on there. Don't need much, because we only want a little smidgen. I used up half my stamp and I need like a teeny tiny little bit. Not sure, but I'm in that situation now where I've started, so I'm gonna have to finish. okay. It looks better. I mean, it does look better, doesn't it? It does. Not sure it was the right colour choice though. Right, and then finally, we want a little positive proton, don't we? So I need another little scrappy piece. Oops. I'm going to grab that one. And we'll get rid of that off there. And for next week I will find my squares, because I love the effect you can get with those squares when you use them with your if you use your stress oxides with them and then spritz them. That's pretty cool. I think we're going to go for a big one and two little ones, two medium ones, I think. One big one, two mediums. You can hear my tummy going. It's having a grumpy day. There we go. That one. Now we just need one more medium one. There we go. Right, I'm going to dry them. So when it comes to cutting them out, I don't want to be putting inky pinkies everywhere, do I? They do look cool with a few little gems on as well. I've noticed a few people using gems on them. There we go. And then, where's it gone? Here we go. White pen time. It would look cool if you just had the smallest of little white marks. Brings them to life, doesn't it? There we go. Let's get these ones cut out. I like the big one without the dots. Oh, sorry. Put my dots in now. It's always the way. It is. And I did get your order, thank you, Noella. They've all gone out today, I'm pretty sure. I was super organised this morning. Everything went out the door. Well, minus the Bears shin pads for football, but that's a whole different... Yeah, I'd forgotten that little bit, that he needed his shin pads for football. To be fair, I haven't been told he needed his shin pads for football, but you know, it's football and I should have known he needed his shin pads. I know for next week though that he needs his shin pads on a Monday now. And a little lady came home, her science club that she used to do on a Wednesday No, used to do it on a Tuesday, it's now been moved to a Wednesday. And it's a different teacher doing it. Oh, well. That was nearly as traumatic as not having shin pads. So I've put a note in my diary to remember shin pads for Monday. And I've seen if we can jiggle our week around a little bit. For the little lady to go to science club. Yeah, there's that one. Strange, isn't it, how you end up concentrating on the weirdest things. Oopsie, I nearly chopped its leg off there. That's not good. There we go. Right. I quite fancy putting a little bit of colour in there. Do you think that'd work? Because we're pretty colourless at the moment, aren't we? Obviously he needs a little bit of matting and layering. Ooh, hang on, I've got some black there. Look, it's like it was meant to be. A little bit of black there. So you can tell I'm just catching up with comments again. Noelle can't wait to play with Spud. Yeah, I think he would actually go really well with these. To be fair, any of our little monsters. I think we need a test tube or something like that, don't we? To go with this then. There we go. Yeah, that don't look too bad. I thought I'd gone all wonky on that one. Okay, see? I can occasionally cut things out straightish. I'm tempted, just behind that, I'm not sure if I want some washi tape or something like that behind there. Oh. 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 It's like magic, it disappeared. There it is. Came back. There we go. I just want something behind there. Bear with it 2 seconds because I know exactly where my washi tape is. But to be fair, I shouldn't have been as eager to pick that up as I was then, because the other day I had a spider in it. I'm not sure if that's the right colour. That one will be then. Got a little bit with numbers on, that's quite cool, isn't it? See, I like these, but the writing's the wrong way around on them. And that would just really send me into overdrive. That's not going to work. See, that's quite nice. Oh, no, there we go, that one will do. A bit of blue though. Looking alright, roots in this tub. No, I think they're the ones. Yeah, I think that one will look at them. Right. Let's just demolish it again, I didn't mean to. Come on, where's the ender? There it is. Let's just do a bit of a torn edge. There's that one. Let's have a bit of writing. Actually don't need that much. I do like washi tape, so just doing, you know, like a little bit like we've done here, because I do think it just adds. So we pop that back on top now. Yeah. And because I found this really cool number one, we're going to have some of this number one on it. Oh, it goes up to 4 and then it stops. You can only count to 4. There we go. And then that can go in there like so. There we go. See, you just wanted a little something, didn't it, behind it? Just to... I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put them. There we go. Just pop them behind there. Let's turn that behind. Back. There we go. I need to mat that up onto its piece of card. That can then come here, just like that. Oops. And then these guys, I still think they just want that little bit of colour, don't they? Not a lot, just a little. So, I'm trying to look what I've got on my desk now. Let me grab, I'm trying to think what colour that would be like. Let's have a bit of speckled egg, shall we? Just a bit of speckled egg, and I want like an off red, like a gone off red. Sounds a bit odd, doesn't it? You know what I mean though. Oh, no, crackling campfire would be too much, wouldn't it? A bit of dusty concord. There we go. If in doubt, I'll get me dusty concord. Right, let's just grab these. Because they look a bit plain, don't they? Everybody else is a bit, you know, the rest of it's a bit... grunged up. And then this one, I might as well put this one. It has a birthday card. Could be. I've got to see if it passes the Rosie inspection yet though. I mean, she might not think it's good enough. She was itching to come out tonight. But it's school tomorrow. And she does enjoy school, so. And she does like her sleep. She's a lot like me actually. You know, if she doesn't get a certain set of hours in, whoa, she's like a little gremlin. Make sure you can set your clock by her. If it gets to 4:30 and the tea's not in the oven. Woo! Yep, she's hovering. Oops, I was trying to pick up my purple pen then, didn't I? My purple bits. That one. That's a bit better. I've gone a bit lighter with it. That one. See, just that little hint of colour, I think, is just. And again, if I'd have had my glossy accents, that add glossy accents in, would have been all good. Right, let's get this off my table, or else we're going to have an accident, aren't we? So there we go. See, it's so much better now, isn't it? Pop that down a little bit, dunk, 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 just like that. We'll have a bit of one going on there. I wanted them all together, but I think. And covering up that little bit I wasn't too keen on. There you go. It's always a bright side, isn't there? Wasn't too keen on that bit at the bottom, and now I've covered it up anyway. Can't say much more than that, can I really? Right, so what did we do? We did a bit of an inky pick up on the background using old paper. We've used tea dye, so old paper and tea dye, And then around this one we added a bit more, which was our vintage photo. We masked off the words underneath our elements. Yeah, they are elements, aren't they? I've not got Rosie here to check. With our elements, I made kind of a border with it. Then we cut out our sound wave, just like that. And then we did our sentiment, again using that lovely cosmic swirl. I do like that one. But it isn't just sciencey, that one, is it? I think that's going to be, I said it the other week, it's our messy coffee stain, isn't it? I think it's going to be my new one that I go to quite a lot for my backgrounds. Because you can make it a beautiful background with just that stamp. And then on this one I've just done a few little atoms, and just that little bit of colour on them. I think it does really make a difference, doesn't it? Because otherwise I think they were looking a bit too, yeah, they were just jumping out. They are elements. See, I got there in the end. Elements. I'm getting there. Yeah, you can't tell it's Rosie's this one though, can you? So let me see if I can come back to you now. Maybe not. There we go. So that is it from me tonight. We will be back probably Tuesday next week. I'll let you know on that one. For our next positive protons one. Oh, thank you. Debbie said yes, they are elements. Cool. See, I'm getting there. I'm getting there with the science lingo. Oh, thanks, Tracy. And I hope you're having fun playing with these ones too, because they are a little bit different, a little bit quirky, but they are fun, and I am having loads of fun with them this month. I will find that little square stamp. I don't know where he's gone. He was on my desk. Because that does look really, really good if you ink it in your Distress Oxide and then spritz it, and you get like you get a lovely effect from it. If I can find it. There. So like that one there. Can you see? Tungsten oxide spritzed to create that lovely background, which I think would look quite cool in the background of this one. Oh, upside down. There we go. I get it right in the end. Anyway, that is it from me tonight. I will probably be next Tuesday. Let you know. We have got something exciting coming out on Wednesday. Just a bit of a heads up. I know I do like to tease, don't I? So keep eyes peeled on Wednesday for something a little bit different. And I will see you all again very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.